complete guide to poisonous plants for dogs. Dogs are notorious for sticking their noses into things they shouldn't. Besides their food, they are ready to sniff and devour anything they find, from trash on the sidewalk to freshly planted flower bulbs in your garden. And while some of these things are just gross, others can be downright dangerous. In fact, there are tons of poisonous plants for dogs that can harm your dog's health. The ASPCA Animal Poison Center reported that in 2017, 5% of all calls were related to ingesting plants toxic to pets, making it 9th on their top 10 list. Pet toxins. We spoke with several veterinarians to identify the most common poisonous plants for dogs and came up with this list. While some plants may just give your pup diarrhea, others are extremely toxic and can cause serious problems, like liver damage. Additionally, many of the most dangerous poisonous plants for dogs are also very common plants in your home, such as sago palms, Japanese cycads. The 10 most common poisonous plants for dogs. 1. Japanese cycas. With its stiff fronds, the Japanese cycad resembles a tiny palm tree and can live both indoors and outdoors. Cycads are poisonous to all pets, and symptoms include vomiting, diarrhea, seizures, liver failure, and potentially death. And while the leaves and bark can harm your dog, the seeds or nuts contain the greatest amount of toxins. 2. Tulips. Tulips are spring flowers that many people love to have in their homes, inside and out. Dog parents should avoid these brightly colored flowers, however. If your dog chews the spear-shaped leaves, he might get an upset stomach. However, the real danger lies in your dog digging up and eating the newly planted bulbs, which contain the most toxins. These can cause severe stomach upset, depression, and loss of appetite, says Dr. Stern. 3. Thrush. There are a ton of reasons why lily of the valley is such a popular garden plant. It smells lovely, it has adorable little white bell-shaped flowers, and it can grow in shady spots. But the beauty of this flowering plant masks the poison it represents for dogs. Even a small exposure to any part of the plant can cause heart problems in dogs, changes in heart rate and rhythm. Eating a few leaves or bulbs can also cause your pup to vomit and cause low blood pressure, disorientation, seizures or a coma. 4. Laurier rose. Oleander is a common landscaping plant, especially in southern France. This bushy shrub can reach a height of 3 meters and is appreciated for its clusters of flowers in shades of yellow, white, pink and red. Every inch of this plant is toxic to dogs, from the petals of the flowers to the long, pointed leaves. Like lily of the valley, oleander also contains cardiac glycosides. We can observe changes in heart rate and heart rhythm as well. You may also see other symptoms, such as diarrhea, stomach pain and drooling. This can be fatal to your dog. 5. Philodendrons. Philodendrons have heart-shaped leaves and long stems, and are very popular houseplants. Beware, though. These plants contain insoluble calcium oxalate crystals, which can irritate your dog's mouth and lips. If your dog has swallowed leaves, he will probably scratch his mouth, even drool and gag, explains one of the veterinarians. 6. Rhododendron, also known as azaleas. You see these flowering shrubs in many back and front yards across the country. All parts of these flowery beauties contain grayon toxin, and your pup's reaction depends on how much he has eaten. The most common sign when ingesting azaleas is an upset stomach. It's very rare for dogs to eat a lot of azaleas, but when they do, they can become very weak, have tremors, and suffer from low blood pressure and irregular heartbeats, she says. 7. Dieffenbachia, also known as dumb cane. These houseplants have lush green leaves with white spots or stripes. If your dog nibbles on the leaves, he may feel like his mouth, tongue and lips are burning, due to the calcium oxalate crystals, the same ones found in philodendrons. Your dog may also drool a lot and vomit, or even have trouble breathing. 8. Japanese yews, also known as Buddhist pine or southern yew. These plants make excellent hedges, as they look like small evergreen trees or shrubs with needle-like leaves and small red berries. While the berries aren't poisonous to dogs, the leaves, seeds, and bark are. They can cause vomiting, lethargy, hesitant gait and, more seriously, changes in heart rate and blood pressure, which can be life-threatening to your dog. Seizures and muscle tremors are other warning signs your dog may exhibit. 9. Cyclamen. With intensely colored flowers, think all shades of pink, that last a long time. The cyclamen is a popular houseplant, especially in winter. If your pup eats any part of the plant, he may drool, vomit and have diarrhea. If he digs up the plant and gobbles up the roots, or tubers, as they are called, it can affect his heart rate and rhythm, and even lead to death. 10. Autumn crocuses. When these plants bloom in the fall, their delicate flowers emerge from the ground without leaves, which is why they are also called naked ladies. Leaves and bulbs appear in the spring, long after the flowers have died. If your dog eats even a small portion of the flowers, leaves or bulbs, he may vomit and have diarrhea. The toxins in fall crocus, known as colchicine, can also have lasting effects, such as bone marrow suppression and liver failure.